Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Corporate Law and Professional Ethics class, lecture number 7. In this lecture, we will study the different kinds of shareholders or how a person become a member of a company. This lecture is also divided into 3 parts. And at the end of this lecture, the student will be able to understand comprehensively that who is the shareholder, who is the member of company. And secondly, how a person become a shareholder and what are his rights and liabilities under the Company Act 2017. So today's lecture is very important because if you want to purchase the shares of the company, you are become the shareholder, you are become the member of that company. So you must know that how you may become a member of a company, what are different modes, what are different ways by which you are become the member of a company. A shareholder is called as a member of company or real owner. They are the real owners of the company. Although the company is the owner of its own assets, but the owner of the company are called as the shareholders are the members of the company. A person to become a shareholder must have registered at least one share against his name and must be written in the members register. So it is very much compulsory that you must have to purchase one share. Here I think I have missed the word share. At least one share against his name. So there can be no person can become a member of a company without purchasing the share. So there are two main requirements. Number one, you must have at least one share against your name, number one. And number second is that your name must be entered in the members register. Every company maintains the members register in which the name of the members, their father name, occupation, number of share they purchase, and the date when he is become the member will be mentioned. So these are the two main requirements for a person to become a member or shareholder. Number one, he must purchase at least one share. Number one. Number second, his name also be mentioned in the members register. A person may become a shareholder or a member of a company in any of the following ways. Number one, by subscription. Membership by subscription. Very simple. The one who have signed the memorandum clause, subscription clause of the memorandum, they are become the member of the company automatically. Second, by application, that a person who is a stranger and outsider, he give an application to the company that I want to purchase a such and such number of shares. So that application will be considered by the company, and if the shares are allotted, he will become a member. Third type of membership is by transfer. When the existing member transfer his shares to a third person, the third person will become a member or shareholder of the company in place of the transferor. By succession, that is in case of the death of a person, the shareholder, his shares will be distributed among his legal heirs according to the law of inheritance. So his legal heirs will become a member of the company by succession. Last one is the by acquaintances, or it is technically called as swapping. It is a very interesting one that we will study later on, that a person who is not actually member but he let his name on the members register. So afterward he cannot deny that he is not member. He will be liable just like the ordinary member to the creditors of the company. So first type of membership by subscription. This is the first basic and most important type of membership. I am repeating, it is the first basic and most important type of membership. Why? Because it is the subscribers who establish the company. So they are the founding fathers of the company. They are the first members of the company. So all persons who subscribe their name to the memorandum of association are deemed to be the members of the company only by reason that they have signed the memorandum of association. as we have already studied in Memorandum of Association lecture, that within 30 days they will have to pay all the cash amount of the shares that they have purchased. Afterward, their name will be entered in members register after the company is incorporated, but neither allotment nor the registration of their name is necessary to make them member of the company. This is such an important membership that if even the name of the subscriber, the membership by subscriber, has not been entered in the register of companies, members register, his name is not entered, neither he has yet allotted the shares, still he is a member. I am repeating, it is the most important membership in which neither the shares are allotted yet, nor his name is yet entered in members register, still he is considered as the member, the shareholder of the company. Number one, it is the most important. While in other types of membership, if shares are not allotted, he is not the member. If his name is not entered in the members register, he is not the member. But this is, I have told you, the most important, the basic membership. So therefore, just signing the memorandum of association, a person is become the shareholder. However, they must take a share directly from the company. So that is a privilege that is to such member, that they purchase the shares directly from the company and pay full amount in cash to the company. Another important thing is that a subscriber cannot transfer his shares to another subscriber. That is an important principle. All the other members, all the other type of shareholder can transfer their share to anyone, whether to the existing members or to an outsider. One limitation has been imposed on the membership by subscribers, that they can not transfer their shares to another subscriber. Yes, they can transfer to a third person, they can transfer to other members, but not to other subscribers. Why? Because, for example, if a public company, minimum number of members required 3, so 3 persons enter into a contract and they incorporate a company. So if one of these 3 transfer his shares to the existing subscriber, for example, A, B, and C are the subscribers, and C want to sell out its shares to B. Can he do so? No. Why? The logic is that when he transfers his shares to B, then the members will remain 2, and a public company cannot exist because the minimum number is required 3. So subscribers cannot transfer their shares to other subscribers. They can transfer their shares to outside. Number one. Another thing is that the nature of contract to be a member by subscription by a person who signed the memorandum is such that it cannot be re-signed on the ground of misrepresentation. Even if there's a misrepresentation under which a person subscribed the shares, signed the memorandum, a subscription clause, still he cannot resign, still he cannot cancel his membership. So it is a very, very strong bond in between the company and a member. So when become a subscriber to a company, you will get direct shares from the company. You cannot resign it even on the base of misrepresentation. You cannot transfer it to the existing subscribers. So there are a lot of limitations on this type of membership. But there is also an advantage. An advantage is that the membership by subscription, they are become the first directors of the company for first financial years. All those members who sign the subscription clause and they are called as membership by subscription, they are become the first directors of the company for first financial year, for 1 year that is. Second type of membership is the membership by application. Very simple. A person must give an application to the company for the number of shares he desired to purchase. The company is considered as the application is considered as an offer from the applicant, and notice of allotment issued by the company is equally to the acceptance of the offer by the company. So it is just like a contract. When a person give an application, it is an offer. That is a proposal. And when that application is accepted, company will issue notice of allotment. This notice of allotment will be considered as an acceptance by the company. Acceptance of offer that was in the shape of application, and acceptance will be in the shape of notice of allotment. So here the contract will be made and a person will become the member of company. The application can be revoked. You can cancel, you can revoke your application before the notice of allotment. All the rules, if you remember, offer and acceptance rules will be applicable here. If you give an application to a company and company has not yet issued you the notice of allotment, you can cancel your application. But once notice of allotment is issued to you, then you cannot cancel. Mere handing of the notice of allotment to a postmaster, however, does not amount to posting it. By an agreement to take share, an applicant only agrees to become a member, but he does not become member in law until his name is entered in the register of members maintained by the company. As we have discussed in previous slide, that for a membership, there are two things. Number one, you give an application, you receive notice of allotment, you are become member. But your membership will be confirmed when your name is entered in the register of members as maintained by the company. So these are the two basic requirements for a person to become a member of a company. Now that is the end of our lecture. 7 part A, and there will be a short break, and inshallah we will meet again in lecture 7 part B, and we'll discuss the further kinds of membership or share. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.